Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain. The pitch underfoot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be soggy themselves. It is more than damp, and this will examine the fibre of both sides. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Unmistakably the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures. 80,000 it holds. We're up and running then. Uruguay lining up in what very much looks as though it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Well, if flexibility doesn't have an influence on this system, we truly are looking at an approach that is quite negative. But at least there is good scope to turn...
And Messi!
When you have Edwin van der Sar in goal, it's like having an 11th outfield player. He can make every kind of save and get his team on the front foot.
Has a great gift for distribution, doesn't he? Almost assists.
Exactly, he's a playmaking goalkeeper who likes to trigger attacks as soon as the ball ends up in his possession.
Can he stop it? Oh, he's been caught napping! Here's a shot! He's got away with one there.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Played over towards the opposite flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Gerrard. Varane deals with that comfortably. Uruguay with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Still goalless. Out towards the flank. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Messi. That's a good foray he's making. He's got away. Messi gets his head on it! Off the post! And that should get the job done. Messi. Uruguay are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Collar! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Kohler has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
That could spell trouble. Half-time getting close now. And this is Ronaldo. He's found a way through, and the finish! Gerrard gets it clear. That's been cut out, well played. Rui Costa plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Roberto Carlos. That's the end of the first 45. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. plenty for both managers to mull over here. And we are up to the break.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break.
Substitution in progress.
And here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
And this is Messi. And no, that was never going to make it. Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Van Balten cuts out the pass. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Messi, great vision.
This is the time you need that pace. You might want to be careful there.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game.
80,953.
Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo. That pass has been well intercepted. Some really good ball movement. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Maldini. Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting. And it's Messi. And he's quick to return it. Messi getting forward. Messi.
That's good play from him.
Messi! And that's a sharp finish. And late in the day, a telling moment.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
After 73 minutes.
Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
Substitution for Uruguay, number 9, Jan Koller.
So we have movement on
Number
both benches.
19, Messi.
First breakthrough.
Number 8,
Well, when the going gets tough, etc.,
number 14,
they can still turn this round, I think.
Xabi Alonso. Number 22,
Get a throw in.
Rui Costa. Coming on the field, number 18, Sterling. Number
Looking for the far
11,
post.
James Rodriguez.
Maldini clears it
Number
away.
23, Beckham.
Milan
Number
surely
10,
have to be commended
Mateo.
for their drive and
Number
desire.
7,
Most teams would be taking the easier
Ronaldo.
defensive route by now.
Substitution.
And he's managed to get free. Milan still ahead by the game's only goal. Nicely aimed pass. Nicely shaped ball. Maldini calmly anticipates. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's intervened well there. Roberto Carlos. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Belletti. James Rodriguez.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Mateus, good chance here! And there goes their last chance. Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Messi picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, a bit of a scrappy affair, not quite a smash and grab, but the more it went on, you felt that this game would be decided by just that one moment.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Hello, attendees.
Well, welcome everybody to what is a really important game, which is going to be played here in conditions somewhat suboptimal. The rain is falling heavily, the players are feeling it on their backs, and soon the pitch will be evidently much wetter than is perfect. It's going to be a test for all involved. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
These high, steep stands at Signal Iduna Park really do create an intimidating environment for every visiting side. So it's down to business here. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, James Rodriguez. He's just got a wonderful left foot, it's as simple as that. He can put the ball on a sixpence from 50 plus yards, or whip in a cross right onto the toe of a striker. Needless to say, he's also got an eye for a spectacular goal or two himself, so this defence won't be giving him much time on the ball if they want a positive result out of this.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. And he cuts out the supply. Rijkaard tries to play it through. Belletti. The ball goes in. Cleared without hesitation. He'll try from distance. No, just not quite.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Hazard. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Belletti. Now that looks a decent ball. Milan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Uruguay really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Now it's James Rodriguez. It's James! Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Hazard. Almost half an hour in now. Messi making good progress on the right-hand side. Oh, it's played into the area.
That's good defensive concentration.
Incoming delivery. Gerrard. Uruguay do have a chance to counter here. And it's Gerrard, and that is a little undercooked. Rodri, oh, good-looking ball. Played out wide. He's found a way past. Gerrard is wide and looking to get onto this. Maldini tries to clear. Van Bouten. Rodri producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Good ball over the top. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And that is the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break.
Substitution for Uruguay, number 9, Jan Koller.
Down to business again.
To replace him is number
Milan
28,
really can count themselves
Vieri.
lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Gerrard. That's the throw. Chiellini. Vieri going about things with real menace. It's Belletti. And he's chosen to go back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Pass somewhat off target. And he's played it back. Great vision. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Desai. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0.
The attendance for this match was
So we've reached the hour mark.
60,179.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Rafael Varane. Koller. Gerrard.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, terrible pass. He's one-on-one, takes a shot. It's in. That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
And a calamitous moment ends with the inevitable result.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Goes for a shot! And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Substitution for Uruguay, number 8, Gerrard. Number 13, Rijkaard. Number 3, Daniel van Buiten. Number 15, Chiellini. Coming on the field, number 10, Mateus. Number 20,
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Akanji. Number 6, Edmilson.
And now they can spring out of defence. Edmilson. Beckham. Mateus.
Added minutes has
Has
been
a look
indicated.
and plays it forward.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Now that's well seen too. Schmeichel sends that a long way. There will be 4 extra minutes. And time is up. Milan can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally. All round the better side. It turned into a very smooth ride.
Now, we would like to ask you all to
How would you
kindly stay
summarise what
seated
we've
during
seen
the
today then,
match.
Jim?
Thank
I
you
think
for
we
your
just saw a
cooperation.
team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do.